Right, we're continuing with FICSMAS. We've got a couple of things left to finish. So we're going to keep doing that for a bit. We'll see how it goes. And most interesting, and a question I finally answered myself, is that I upgraded from a AMD AM4 Ryzen 3900 to a AM4 I think it's a 5950X, and it's still, I've got the same jittery bugs, so yeah, not much difference there. Don't think I've noticed any difference whatsoever. Alright, let's forking 3900X to 5950 isn't a big upgrade. I find a 5800X 3D and you'll see a nice big bump in gaming performance. Yeah, the problem is the reason why I made this upgrade now is because computer hardware is about to become almost extinct. Everything's going into AI, and DDR5 memory is going to be ridiculous. So instead I upgraded my AM4 and got a little bit more performance. But yeah, definitely jumping up would be great if I could afford that. I did look in for one of those, but they were quite a bit more expensive. But it did go from a Zen 2 to a Zen 3. So there should be some gains. You know, you just upgrade your 5950X to a 9800X 3D, yeah. Twice as fast. I can understand. I just because because memory's about to be absolutely ridiculously priced for the next 2 years, and everything else that goes with it, I took the opportunity to get the last upgrade I could on an AM4 platform, and then I gave that older CPU to my partner and put it in her computer. Rather than try and do an upgrade a bit down the track when there's absolutely no computer parts left whatsoever, and not be able to get that upgrade on a platform that's been around for quite a while, the AM4 platform. Sponge it, welcome, good to see you. I hope this goes straight ahead. Yeah. But yeah, the 5800X 3D, I don't think they make them anymore. And on the second-hand market, they were twice as much. The cache on the X3D chips is amazing. Yeah, I would definitely love it. Absolutely. But I don't think I'm going to be able to afford to buy a computer in the next couple of years. A DDR5 computer anyway. Unless the AI bubble pops and there's all this excess product. Do you live near a micro center? I live in Australia. We don't have micro center, unfortunately. So everything that you see price for you, I end up paying about 1.4, 1.5 times more, because we're in Australia and we pay more. That hurt a lot. You got this motherboard, 32 gig of RAM, and DDR5 600 for $629 US, about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, unfortunately, the memory alone would cost that much in Australia. It's ridiculous. That's just how it is. That's the benefits of AI we're all getting, everyone. All the data centers are getting the benefits. Alright, this is my FICSMAS area. We can put on our hover pack now. It's rather lame if you ask me. Yeah, I agree. All this hype about AI, it's ridiculous. It's clearly not going to benefit everyone. Alright, I made a mistake here. These need to be red, I'm pretty sure. So this here, yeah. Prasdos, hello, welcome. Good to see you. How's it going? It's going well, thank you. I hope it's going well for yourself. I need the red FICSMAS ornaments. It's 18 of these, so they're going to be 6 at 100%. There you go. So I'm going to change the recipe. We're going to, that should now be that. Right. Paste, 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 and one more. About there. What factory nonsensicals have we got going today? We are making some FICSMAS. This is our whole FICSMAS area here. And at the moment we're working on the Wonder Star. So we're just putting down a few finishing touches. I made a mistake last time. Oh man, I keep pressing the wrong button. No, that's going to click. I'll have to fix that. Let's do this. Perfect, and it's all free form. There's no niceties here. Oh, I'm going to get rid of that map key. I'm over it. I never use the map key, and I keep bumping it, and it causes me no problems. We're just going to disable it. There we go. Alright, so that, yay, it doesn't cause me any problems when I press the button that I don't need to press. But yeah, we got it, most of it organised in the last stream. We are just having to redo this bit, and then I have to do all of the blue and red balls. And then that should be the Wonder Star running, I think. I've just got to drain these off the belts. What's going on in your factory today? What have you got? What fun have you got happening? I didn't spend much time over the holiday break playing Satisfactory. That's why I'm doing FICSMAS now before it disappears. Right, so this goes to here. All I can say is that looks really good. My factories in every game look like fettuccine and meatballs. Why, thank you. It's, yeah, I still try and do things neatly even when I'm not on foundations. You recently got your nuclear power up and running. Excellent. Yeah, that's on my radar soon. But yeah, I don't like clipping, so I do spend a bit of time making sure it's all correct. So I've got 6 of those for that. Now I've got to do 6 blue for this lot. So I might do those. Let me see. This is the blue, isn't it? Yeah, and they're going to be at. Just make a note in my spreadsheet how many I've done so far. The blue is 5 at 90%. Right. It does look very organized. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not a fan of too much chaos. Let me see. 2, 3, 4. But there's actually a lot of work involved in doing these builds, because there's a lot of lining up you've got to do. It's that one. I don't think this is going to work. I'll be alright. That's because it's on the rock. Maybe it'll come back a smidgen. Oh, there we go. On default, we can get it. And then there'd be one here. Like that. And then we need some power over here. We call it organized chaos. And yes, you try to avoid clipping as well. Yep. Organized chaos indeed. So if that was there, organized chaos is good. If I can get that to what? Let's say there. That's good. That's the blue, but I forgot about my merger. It might be alright. No. This is where I may have failed. I can always redo this felt. Let me make sure this is correct first. Oh, actually, I could do this. No, that's probably not going to work. That's going to clip into there. I think I'll just do this. And this one I'll do like... That's not going to work. It might work from here. There we go. And then that'll go to there, that will go to there, that one will go to there. Well, I'll keep it's similar then if I'm going to do that and put this one here. No. That might be better for this one to be like that. Yep. Now this one here has to go to here. So then all I need to do is put this one like that. That's better. Alright. That's good. I didn't have to avoid making changes there. It looks like it should. Organised. Then there'd be a... This is going to need... two trees. So I'm going to put them here. And we'll get this. I kind of wanted it there, but I don't know if it's going to go. It might go alright. There we go. Just at different heights, but they still work. Alright, so that's making some of those, then that's making some of those. And now we just have to do this 2 more times. So I need the copper ones for this lot here. So I'm thinking... I'm going to change this. And have my input there. Still going to have that going to there. That's a 1. That's a 3. That's a 1. I think that's fine. But I'm going to instead it's a bit too far. What about here? Like that. That's better. So this is for, what was that? That was iron. Yeah, so the iron is this. Alright, so yeah, it's only 45. So that needs to be a Mark II. Perfect. Alright, so now that frees up this area here to put some more of these in. You love that you're wondering about the gold statue. Thank you. Well, that's the last statue before the golden nut. And if you're wondering why I'm carrying it, you have a look. Here's the statue. Equipment slot, hand. That's where it belongs. It belongs in the hand. And we have 354 coupons now. So I've bought every other coupon up to now. Every other statue. So now we're just working towards the golden nut. And everything gets sunk. Except for this FICSMAS Factory. Everything overflows as per what's required. Once a box is filled, then it overflows to the sink. And we've got sinks everywhere. I just can't show you right now because I'm not at my factory, obviously. I'm at my area that no one will see. I should always start off with the, or finish off with the mergers first. That there. And I don't like, I'm not a big fan of, not a big fan of manifolds. I like to do load balancing. And that is unfortunate. That needs a bit of removing. I might not need that now. Yeah, still will. There you go. Have I beaten the game before? I have beaten it many times. Well, I mean, technically, I've only beaten it one other time with the 1.0 release. But I've had it since it first came out in early access. I played it up till... Well, look, how about I tell you this? You be the judge. all my playthroughs are there on my website. You can go and download them. You can see the different styles I did. I did stop playing at around update update 6, I think, is when I last properly played. But yeah, you can. There's all sorts of different ways I've played Satisfactory. That's not what I wanted. Lots of different challenges I've given myself. This playthrough has a few sort of guidelines that you can check out. You've never beaten this game? Oh, just take your time. Just take your time. That's all you need to do. There's no rush. You can get there in the end. If you've got any questions, I'm always able to answer to the best of my ability. That's perfect. That one's that there. So that'll be those. This. If I don't know the answer, someone in chat will. So if you've just got nuclear, you would be on phase 4 still, or have you unlocked the next phase and you're going backwards and topping up a few areas? Rightio. They're coming out. Right, so interested to see, are these running at 100% now? Because these should be almost at 100. Yeah, it looks like they're catching up. Yep. The iron should be coming through any second now. The next one. Yep, they're out. So they're working nicely. So now I've done those, I need to do another set of blues here for this lot there. Let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to go with 1 there, and 1 there, that one to there, that one to there, and then I'll put this here. So I waited to do nuclear until I had the Mark 6 belts on the last milestone in Tier 5 for the Mark 3 blueprint designer. Oh, I see. Yep. All hard drives scanned, all but a few spheres gathered, and all slits picked up. I spent probably 200 hours in Phase 4. That's not a problem at all. What am I? 539 hours at this point. So yeah, just take your time. That's the best way to do it. There's no rush. I'll tell you right now, you get your money's worth out of this game. Right, this should be the blues. Yep. Yeah, I need to do more exploring to get all the stuff that you've done. Literally the same in yours. Nice. Well, good minds think alike. So one there, and well, that's annoying, isn't it? Well, we're going to go on top. That's annoying. Oops. There we go. And then this has got to go over into here. So I think we can squeeze under here. Smoking, hello, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah. That's perfect. Yep, no clipping there. Lovely. All right, so we just got to do one last pair. A pair of the blues, the reds, and then the blues. Hey, look! There's no way I'm picking up... Well, like, this is a tutorial series, and you know, we should document this wonderful, totally normal FICSMAS gifts. Oh no. And I've died on... No, not on the conveyor belt at all. Damn. Well, we'll have to go back.
I expect you'll perform better in other areas.
Wasn't my fault, Ada. Alright, I was going to make a note of that. So where are we? That was... I was wondering why that was there, because I shouldn't be getting gifts anymore. And then I was like, oh, right. Obviously they made it so you can still get those. Alright, let's make our way back. You've seen some of my other factories, and I've got to say, it's hell of impressive. Thank you. I really like the Hovrinskia one, to be honest. I would, if there was any one that was my favourite, it's definitely that one. The Russian hospital. I would like to do that again, to be honest. And see if I could do the whole game in it. Oh, well, while we're here, seeing as we're here, well, before I run all the way back, this is my current build style. Every building, every production line's a building. So I've got like, that's sulfur, that's, no, that's some package, that's canisters, empty canisters, sulfur, battery, aluminum scrap, aluminum solution, that's the space elevator, Patrick. So you can see everything, every particular thing, and then all the belts are interconnecting between factories. So a factory does one thing. So this factory here is... This is a Caterium ingot factory. And it only makes Caterium ingots. And then they go over via belts into my quick wire factory. And then on the next floor up, there's quick wire, but it's coming from the copper factory as well. And it's with the assemblers, the quick wire here. And then I'm using a lot of trucks. Currently I've got 29 trucks automated. So we can see here, this is my steel factory. And there's actually, I think, 11 truck stations in here. And they're all working quite efficiently, bringing coal and iron in. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough dilly dally. I have to go back to my get my death crate and continue with the FICSMAS. It's like a whole city. That was the plan all along. That's why I'm using the trucks, because I want it to feel like it's alive. There's trains underneath as well. So I built this from the start with that platform that high so that trains would fit. The train platforms would fit. And this is all in the rocky desert. So there was a bit of planning in place when I first started. I think I'm going to have to build a train. Yeah, it's a bit bland at the moment. I'm going to make it a bit tidied up and prettier later. Smoking very creative, thank you very much. But at the moment my goal is just to focus on getting everything automated. Every production line will have a new building. You feel like a new playthrough would go much smoother now that I know what I'm doing, but I've got to finish the first one before you do that. Yeah, it's funny, when you're already thinking about your next playthrough, you certainly are addicted to the game, aren't you? I really enjoy early game, like basically once I unlock what is it, tier 1, 2 and 3 and 4, that's all my favourite. After that it gets longer. There's a lot of little goals you achieve early on that makes it such a rewarding, addictive game. Since it dropped, lol, just never made it this far. Oh, that's all good. You can, there's always time for more. Now I might No, I don't have my jetpack on me. Do I have a spare jetpack? No, I don't. I keep a lot of things in the Dimensional Depot, like the zip line, gun, jetpack, things like that. But unfortunately I didn't keep a jetpack in there, so I can't just whip one out. But I'm going to jump off here shortly because I need to go over there. I'll do it on top of this rock. I do have a parachute. No, it's not going to get me as far as I thought, but hey. Smoking, you've not seen this train line? Oh, well, this is the one I implemented. It has to extend further out as I need resources. I just haven't obviously gotten much further. I'm just building it out as I need it. But it's I tried to make it like a real train with rails. Like train tyres, track tyres, whatever you call them, rail tyres. It's funny, like you won't see a bit of the factory for a while because you're off doing stuff, but then suddenly you have to spend 3 or 4 streams doing just factory work, just train work. Alright, I'll put that there. That can go there. Alright, we're back to it. I came to delete these because I didn't need them, and that's when I discovered that wonderful Noblisk. Alright, so now we need to do 6 of these. I'm just going to put that one there and that one there. So 6 of these. And they're going to be for this here. So if I can get them up here, I need to move this then. Let's do that. Your laptop was down for quite a while. Oh, I'm sorry to hear, man. That's very frustrating. Technology can be annoying sometimes. I got home today and my I found that the power supply for my firewall, my router had died. Wasn't a big deal because I had a spare one, but it's just like, well, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, actually, let's go under this. That's going to work nicely. We go to here. And that's going into here. That's perfect. I just need to just go, I reckon, to here.
Buckle up, there's a raid incoming.
Like that.
Thank you, Octizes, for the raid of
That
one viewer.
hides that. Octasy's coming in with a raid. Welcome, folks. Good to see you there. Go and drop Octasy's a follow if you want to. Feel free. Let's click that love heart icon. How are you, Octasy's? How was your stream? What did you get up to? Alright, so I want to get 6 up here. Which I don't think I will. Oh, if I did it... I could do 3 up here and 3 down there. Could I get 6 up here? You know, it's all a bit much. I reckon 3 and 3. That'll be different again. So 1, 2, and 3. So they're the reds. I'm just going to put this blue over here. Put that in there. Any big changes last year? Not last year, but I did upgrade my computer over the weekend. So that was a nice bit of time spent. Nothing massive, but still good for what I need. That's a splitter. Working to set up your base and creative stage 2 elevator part so I can get the oil stuff. Oh, that's right, because you did a fresh playthrough. Ah, sounds good. That there. Then we need a merger. Here and here. Yeah, there's all these little tasks that need doing, isn't there, Octases? Now, I've just screwed this up, have I? Red? No, 6 red, that's right, and 5 blue. Shinzo, hello, welcome, good to see you. How's your buddy? Good, Randy's doing okay, thank you. He's, where is he? He's out in the lounge room, chilling out at the moment. He was, trying to work out where the cat was. We tricked him. It was very funny. And then that is going to go over to here. Is that going to... I reckon we do this. That's a bit tall, but that's the right idea. I reckon just half it. Half it. No, even not in that. Just a normal, just nudge. Ah, yes, the delicious oil. The oil's is good, isn't it? Getting that all set up. Yep, you're doing it from the beginning. The only thing I'll cheat on in this is add my power tower as a mega print, but the production will be created from scratch, so it won't be burners. Oh, excellent. Power tower is very handy. You finished the save during Christmas break, but I beat the game for the first time. That is also, Shinzo. That is absolutely awesome. I think a lot of people are looking forward to 1.2 with what new things could come. Who knows? Who knows? Well, we're pretty sure fluid trucks are coming, and possibly random node placement. That could be a thing. I'm going to need some branches. That's been talked about. Right now you need to do some computer work. I'm waiting for a phone call, and after that we'll do another session hopefully. Fair enough. Well, enjoy. And they said they fixed a lot of the pipe stuff. So whatever that means, we don't know. But hopefully, maybe working with fluids might be a bit better. Maybe they've fixed a few little hiccups. I do like this curve. I want to try and do more of that in the future in a build. I feel like the nuclear setup needs something curved like that. So I'll put that there. Maybe there. I'm trying to get a nice curve going on. There we go. That's better. And we need some power. If you can, you will only run with Mark 1 pipes or only small sections of Mark 2. Okay. Yeah, right. Smoking, I thought they were finished. Well, they have finished the game, but 1.2 they're adding a few things like fluid trucks by the looks of it. Hopefully the whole sloshing issue is resolved. It'll be interesting to see if they've done anything about that. Yeah. Fluids are complicated. I think they've made it a little more complicated than what's needed for a computer game. I'm not sure. I just don't think they needed all of the actual simulation stuff to be there, you know? You could do pipes and all that, but not actually have to do fluid simulation. So it'll be a lot of pipes with your Mark 1s. It does sound like it. Alright, so all we've got left now is 5 of these blue ones, and we'll have this part done. So let's get it done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One there. There. And there. And then some merges. That one, you wouldn't even know. I might line that up with that one. That one there, that one there, that one there, and then that to there. Just hook the power up and we'll be done. And we'll see what's next. Oh, and some trees too. I need 2 trees. That's not what I wanted. That's good. And then I might actually hook that up to there as well. Trees. So, no, actually, I'm not going to do that because I want to make it so there's only one power cable connecting everything. So I can disconnect it later. After FICSMAS is done, I'm going to disconnect it because I don't want that counting on my power grid as machines that aren't running and blah blah blah. Octaces, as sloshing is not gone, the way to get rid of it is to have a buff that can fill up a bit over the highest point on the pipe, so there's always a bit of pressure. Yep. But what we're saying is, Octaces, that in the 1.2 update, hopefully they've got rid of sloshing, but who knows. Gaz, welcome. Anytime you deal with fluids, always bring it down into the factory so gravity does its thing. That will definitely help. That's the way to make it easy. Use a power switch or a priority power switch in that power line. I'll just disconnect it altogether. Chop it off. I don't care about it. I could do that as well with a power switch, but I don't really feel like it. Is there something over here worth getting? No, I feel like I must have been over here before. There was a slug there, I reckon. Alright, so that's all running. So these two here, they're running at 100. These three, that's perfect. So they're now feeding into here. I think I made a mistake here and I had to fix it. Yeah, I did. I was supposed to make tree branches, not gifts. So I have to fix this. So let's have a look at that. I made the trees go straight in, but anyway. I've done those 15 of those. I've done these 18. So the wreath needed, where are we? The Wonder Star needed the wreath, the FICSMAS wreath. The wreath needed 112.5 tree branches. Alright, I needed to make 11.25 machines. What's 93.75%? We'll do 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, if I do that, I'll get 12 machines, so that's 6, 6, 6, and 6. I'll do that. So let's set up, and then that'll be how many gifts? 9.375 per. So 8. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 2 per. Right, okay, I can do that. So let's change this. I'm going to make 12 of the Wonder Stars. Oxyseas, you're off for now. I'll be having the sound on so I can hear, but I need all my 3 screens for this work. When it be done, I'll be back. So long as you're still streaming. Thanks very much, Octaseas. Gaz, hope all is well. Quick hi and bye. Have fun streaming. Thank you very much, Gaz. We'll chat to you later. Alright, I made a mistake here. So I'm going to get rid of all of this. And then I need to bleed all these lines out. I think the best way to do that is I should probably do this too. Do that. Not perfect, but I'm just trying to bleed out everything. So there's nothing in the buffers, in the splitters and merges. And I'll just delete these. Right, so I can delete that, that, and that. Sounds like Reenie's just spotted something outside that needs barking at. Right, and then I'll get rid of this, this, and this. Alright, so we've bled that out. And I'll get rid of these two. Okay, I thought that was a good place for them all. But not so much. I need I think we're going to have to do them down here, maybe. I need 12 machines. Yeah, I've used up all that room. Alright, I'm going to go with that to there, and that can go to there. So now I can get rid of this. I'm thinking I'm gonna experiment here actually, first. I'm not sure, this might work. What are these? Branches at just gonna put that another one over there for a sec. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to see if I can. No. That has the foot. Alright, that's 6. And then the next. Two, That's 3. I could maybe fit 3. I could fit. I reckon 3 up here too. Oops, that was a key press I didn't expect. That one's not so impressive. No, I think that I'm pushing it up here. But I needed 8, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 2 trees per set of 3 machines. Let's just try this out. Trying to squeeze things in sometimes is fun and sometimes is not. There's the not time. That actually works. Okay, this might work. Bit of fiddling around, we can make anything work. That one I might just need to go back a little bit. There we go. I'm more concerned about this, what we're going to do here, but... Oh, Randy can hear something. That's 1. And then we need this one here. Randy, you don't need to bark at everything, mate. Is there 2 swivels there? There is. I need to get rid of that one. I'm just going to mute myself for a sec. Right, you stopped. He even came in to tell me about it. I'm barking at something. No shit, Sherlock. This one I'm gonna put maybe here like this. Why is that? Right. Squeeze one in here. And the other one. I just need one more set. I need to do the merging. Oh god. This one's going to be tough. I suppose you can get in here. Doesn't have to be up there. That case, let's put it. That's not where I wanted you to go. That one's going to need to be like that. I think. Perfect. Alright, so that's that one. This one I think will be okay here. And then I just need to merge them all together. I need one more set still. Let's go with, if I had another one here, like that. Well, let's say if I had one here. Like that. Then I had what, you're not? Then I'd have 3 of these. This is where it's going to get tricky. That's 1. I might stagger them a little. Let's see what we can do. 2, 3. Nothing like a bit of overkill. This is going to be the tricky bit. This bit here. That's alright there. Ooh, and then over to my trees, which are over there. Alright. That to there. I need 2 trees. That could go... I'll just put them here, like 1, 2. Or maybe we can do a bit of a... No. We just need to do a simple out. Like that. Perfect. That's beautiful. Right. Now this is going over to in here. So I had it and then I lost it. Like that. So that. I also need I've got that one over there. So that's going to there, and then this one is going... That's all perfect except for that power line, and I can fix the power line. Because I have to power these up. So let's get power to here. So that will go to there. Alright, there's no clipping there. That's those 3. Those ones there. this one will go here. Right, they are all branching in, not branching off. My punchline didn't work, and then I did it, and now it's too slow. So we've now got our 12 of those, and then we made the 8 of those. That was for the Wonder Star. And then, yeah, I've done the 6 of those. And what's the candy cane? What? Candy cane C16. Only candy cane? No. The candy cane. I've missed something. Oh, okay. That's... Yeah, I've just done that. I haven't even touched the candy cane yet. Okay, that's next. That's next. So that's the... Yeah, I've done these. Yeah, I did those. I think I did 5 or whatever for that. Doesn't matter. So there's going to be 12 for the candy cane. Alright, okay. I'm glad we squeezed all this in here. And make sure I've done this right. The tree branch was 112.5, yeah, which is Mark 2. That's 2, that's Mark 2. Yep, and then what do they make each? Yeah, that's correct. That's coming in, that's going in. That there needs to be Mark 2. That's where my slowness is. That's better. Alright, so next, this input here needs the 12, the candy canes. So we're going to have to build them over there and then run them all the way back through. I do like that we got these through here. We filled in that gap and we got all of this working properly. So that would be, that should all be operating correctly now. That's a Mark 2. That would be Mark 2 to there, right? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Then that needs to be a Mark 2 to there. Does it? No, it doesn't need to be. No, that's just a Mark 1. As long as that's Mark 2, that's fine. Alright, okay. Holy moly. Looking good. We're not using these coal nodes, obviously. What are they? An impure... and an impure. No, we're not using those. Alright, so I need... Divorce, it seems you have more experience in the game than me. I've just played a few hours, that's all. Maybe you can help me. I can obviously answer any question you have to the best of my ability. Shoot, fire away. That's in there. All right, so the Wonder Star. I need 60 candy cane. So I need 12 constructors making candy canes. Holy moly. I'm going to try and get them all the way down there in one go. There we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you, Shinzo-san, for the 500
5.
bits.
Wow.
Thank you, Shinzo-san, for the
6.
500 bits.
Shinzo coming with the 500 bits, and for some reason I thanked him twice. Well, my bot did. I've got to sort that out. Really appreciate your generosity and support there, Shinzo. Absolutely amazing. Thank you. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12. You have 2 train stations coming into one central factory. In total, I have 13 freight stations I'm currently transporting via a sushi belt into my storage area, but most of the belts start or don't flow at all using Mark 4 and Mark 5. Well, I assume you've got overflow at the end. Anything that you want to do, like a sushi belt, that sort of stuff, you're going to need to use Mark 5 throughout the whole lot. But at the end of the day, if you have more than a 780 coming in on a Mark 5 belt out of everything, you're never going to... You can't improve over the maximum belt speed. So I would deal with the stuttering and get to Mark 6 belts, which is 1200 a minute, and that will solve your issue. Assuming everything you're pumping in isn't more than 1200 a minute. That's not going to work there. I don't know. We'll see. How many gifts do I need? I need 12. Oh, it's a 1-to-1, is it? Ooh, that actually will work. Candy cane. Yeah, okay. That'll work. You cannot control the output of the freight station. I mean, when you say control the output, if you had slower belts coming out of the freight station, then that's controlling it. So if you only had a Mark 1 or a Mark 2 belt, then that's going to reduce what's hitting your sushi belt. You really have to do some maths to work out what you're trying to achieve. Shinzo's a no-go on the sushi belts. Alright, I need 12 of these. To the to-do list. Oh, I don't need that. I want to get rid of that. How do I get rid of that? Clear list. Let's do this. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I need... I screwed up there. I don't need 12 candy canes. I need 12 trees. Rightio. Well, with priority mergers, you can slow down belt speed to whatever you like. Oh, you could do that with a merger as well. Yeah, Mort. It just depends on what you're trying to do. It does get complicated with what you're trying to do. At the end of the day, the belt speed you're using is going to dictate what's happening on your bus line there. Red ornaments. Where are the reds? Over here somewhere? Right, should be enough. Shinzo, if I pump into one station, let's say 400 ore per minute, I'm assuming I'm consistently delivering to another station, I'll guaranteed output of 400 per minute in your receiving station. You should do, Shinzo. It just depends on your round trip time as well. The answer to your question, Shinzo, is this. That gives you an article on how to calculate your freight, and also I have a fluid version of it as well. Those two articles and the videos answer your question. They make it very clear. Two. Four. 5. 6. 7. Oh, yeah, that one's going to... Ah, that's what's going wrong. Does it work for drones too? Yes. At the end of the day, it's just a calculation. You have to calculate the traffic, how long it takes to do a round trip, that power line will need to be moved. Oh, this is going to work. Now we just have to merge them all together. Let's get this power sorted out first. So I reckon here, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I did that to about here, and then I went to about here, and then I took this, too long. That's not what I wanted at all. Right, and then this from here, I'm going to go to here. Right, now we need to do the output. Shinzo, because on my last save I built a nitro rocket fuel power plant that was powering 1,056 fuel generators out of 1,200 oil per minute, but wasn't working at full capacity due to drones not delivering sulfur fast enough. So your problem there was probably you need to send more, you need more drones sending you need multiple drones sending it for it to keep up. It's just like, it's the same thing. If you're trying, if the round trip, if the time it takes to send the sulfur there and come back again and pick up, if you can't transfer enough of what's required in that time period, then you need to, from the source location, split it in half into 2 drone stations, and then see if you can make that work. And if not, 3 drone stations. And you will probably need, you may not need it on the receiving end. You may still just get away with 1 drone station at the receiving end, but a 1-to-1 relationship with drone stations would guarantee that you wouldn't be having major issues. But I mean, there's a lot of planning there. That's what Satisfactory is all about. Weird constraints that you've got to figure out how to make them work for you at the end of the day. Oh, this is better than I thought. I thought I'd struggle, but I think it was the other end that I'd struggle with. On the other side, the input side. But because I'm doing a 1-to-1 on the input side, it doesn't matter. Alright, so then that per 5, 10, 15? Oh yeah, easy. That, and then if I do this, no. I think I'm going to have to do this. Like that. I thought I took care of it. I did split all sources into 400 per minute loads and had 2 drones per such amount. It worked on the shortest distance, but on longer ones the drones were struggling. I cornered myself a bit because I ran out of space for adding more drone stations. That's a bit of a gotcha, isn't it? Yeah, right. Well, I'm sure there's a solution. But yeah, they are big footprints. I will admit that. You think you can get away with something satisfactory? But then you realise you forget how big the footprint of the machines are. Alright, let's work some magic along here. So let's start off with perfect. Yeah, if I do it again in the future, I'll do it better. But it's all learning, you don't know until you try. And then once you try and you have a few hiccups, you know how to try it a different way. At the end of the day, that's all it is. That's the only reason why I do things my ways, is because I've tried something, it kind of worked, it didn't work. That's it. That's our make sure this is all working, but this should be our 60 per minute candy canes coming in. And then that would be the Wonder Star. Oops. 12. And 12. And then candy canes. What's next? So the Wonder Star. Then we're on to snowballs. They're required by the biomass burner? I don't think so. Oh, this is just I copied. I don't think the biomass burner needs snowballs. so they're about to come in. While they're coming in and about to start, I'm going to go for a quick break. Alright, I can see the assemblers working away. They take a full minute. But these should be at 100%. This should get to 40 by the time that gets to that. And that should be, it'll be spot on, but needs at 60 per minute. Or 20 per minute. We're getting 60 on the belt. There you go. There's our star. Oh, there must already be one there. There is. Alright. What happened to my... Oh, I didn't reconnect my earphones. No wonder I can't hear anything. That's better. That's a lot for the Wonder Star. Thankfully, it's not too much left now. So it's just 500 Wonder Stars. Alright, so if it's going to make... three per minute, it's 166 minutes. $2.7 hours. Okay, so a stream and a bit. Another whole stream. I could sloop them. I do have some over at the hub. I have some sloops. I need to get some more though. But that'll be fine because I've still got to make the other stuff, which we'll keep doing. So the snowball, I wanted to make 3 machines in the constructor. And that's going to need actual FICSMAS, actual snow. And that requires 4.5 machines. But what if I made, what if I did, if I made them 150% each, then I can just do a 1 to 1 to 1. And then we need gifts coming in. Yeah, let's do that first. So we're going to need an area back here. We've still got this area up to here, so I think we're going to be okay. Let's do some land clearing. This is a limestone node that we're not going to use. We'll just build over the top of it. some here. So what if we did, where are we? 1, 2, 3. Merger coming out. And then a storage container. Apparently, you should always make an industrial storage container of snowballs. So that's what we're going to do. So these are going to be snowballs. Then we're going to put actual snow at 150%. And then that'll feed that. And we can just do one-to-one relationships. Rightio, and then so now we've done that. Actual snow, and then snowball 3 machines. Yep. And I need the gift trees for the actual snow. 7.5. So 8 gifts. So if I did, I've got enough room. Let's first do our split. I need some gifts. Wow. Lucky I've got some gifts. Do I have gifts? I don't know. I think we may have to go back to the main base to get gifts. I can't believe I've used that many. That's my whole supply of gifts from when I collected gifts. Wow. I'm sure there's some in machines I can grab, because these are all backed up. I don't think I was making gifts. Wow, that is, well, is it? That is my only downside. I'm not making gifts for the Pioneer. That would be my only. I do have some back at the main base. But I probably should do that right now, I reckon, just so we've got I need gifts so I can get gifts. Right. I need some red balls and some blue balls. It's good that I've used up my supplies though. Those. And my blues are over here. Yeah, get it pointing the right way. Sometimes you think it's pointing the right way, but it's not. There we go. Alright, at least I've got some gifts being stored. I still need more to make the other ones I need. The 8 trees. Alright, some branches. That's something we've definitely automated. If I know where they were, I'd get them. Here. Wow, we haven't actually filled a box of those up. That's pretty impressive. We've been chewing through them. I need red and blue. Alright, let's go and build these 8 trees. So our wonder stars, how are they going? That's wreaths. How many have we made? 39. We're well on our way to having 500. So I was going to use up this area here. That's 3. And then if I did that merger there, so I did 3, and then I did 6, and I could do, yeah, let's do 3 more here. So that's 6. And then if I did that there. And then did 7 and 8 here, that would right, power. So that would be nice. So should be having snowballs coming through soon. This is the only thing out of FICSMAS that I'll have coming into the dimensional depots, is snowballs. Here they come. Right, well that's happening. That's another one off the list. We've got fancy fireworks. So now it's just the 3 fireworks and then I'm done. And then we just have to unlock the last thing for the big branch. So we're making 3 fancies. So let's see, I think I might go with if I get 3 up here. Redo this one. I've done them backwards. Of course I've done them backwards. It's interesting. These feet extend out, these ones don't. That's not my fault. Oh, we might put a big storage crate for these ones. For all our fireworks, why not? Maybe not there. Right, so there. Let's do this. That. Right, 3 fancy fireworks. This would be interesting for once. Surely you can get down. Well, if that's the case, this could probably go a bit closer. No. Nope. That's the right way. That's one, and then the other one. Let's put it about here, I reckon. Okay, fancy fireworks. Right. So we need our inputs now. We need FICSMAS tree branches. Oh my God, more of those. I need
Buckle up.
3.
There's a raid incoming.
3 of those. So they would be...
Thank you, Zinlu, for the raid of 19 viewers.
Oh, look out, Zinlu's coming in with a raid. Welcome, folks. Welcome, raiders. Zinlu playing some Star Rapture. I hear it's pretty awesome. Thanks for coming with your viewers, Zinlu. And your community, bring him in. I hope you had a great stream. King Tater coming in, welcome. Just for you, Zinlu, I've got some FICSMAS spaghetti. No foundations, just proper, no clipping spaghetti. Hey, hope all's been well with you. It has, thank you very much. Yeah, things have been working well. A proper spaghetti, that's right. Not just fake clipping spaghetti. This is like bobbing and weaving. That's Wonder Star. All of that's Wonder Star and back. And here I'm working on the fireworks just through here. King Tater, the best pasta bowl I've ever seen. Why, thank you. It's beautiful. It is, isn't it? How are you liking Star Rapture? Is it tickling the cravings? I reckon 3. I need 3 of these. Maybe 1. Digging it going hard on the automation. It's different, but pretty good. Nice. Yeah, I just haven't had a chance to... I've watched people play it, but I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to play it myself. It looks pretty cool though. I'm not going to lie. Let's put my splitter in first. How many? That's 2 gift trees. The wife has been playing with me. She runs around murdering alien critters while you build. Nice. King Tater, yeah, agreed. It's pretty good. Just needs some fix here and there, but that's what early access is for. Absolutely. That's where you get the bugs ironed out, isn't it? You find out what people do and don't like, or you find performance issues. And you find things that you never even anticipated. And then you work on them. And then everyone ends up happier. Let's go come back a bit. And well, that would be, let me just check I'm getting this right. So I've done these 3. And that would be 2. And don't be afraid if you've got a raid and run, Zinlu. Totally understand the streamer lifestyle. Oh, we need gifts. Gifts. Can I steal some gifts, please? Thank you. Alright, that is that part of that. So then I believe it was bow that was needed. Yep. So I need 4.5 machines. So what if we went, if I did it 150, I could do 3 machines. And they will take gifts. So maybe I'll put the other 3. Can I? It would make sense to put them here. Oh, I should have done that. Hold up. Let's do this. That's beautiful. I'll be here all night. And that's one-to-one relationships with the bows. I need more red, more blue. Yeah, I will need to go pretty quick. I've got to hang around and watch the Guru at work for a few minutes at least. Thank you very much, Sinlu. I'll take you through I really like how these foundries sweep these assemblers, that sweep these assemblers, that sweep those assemblers. That turned out really well. Joe, I'm fairly new to this game, currently on early stages of phase 2 or 3. Nice. Well, don't rush it, Joe. Enjoy it. It's a wonderful game. It's very addictive. Is coal the main power source of your factory currently? No, I've got fuel and turbo fuel helping me out. What do I need? 3 of these. I do have compacted coal as well. I need some blue and some gifts. Some blue. So this playthrough, I'm automating everything. So every type of power anything that can be automated is being built. But what you're looking at here is my factory, just my FICSMAS area, and it's not pretty like the rest of my base. But I'm not there at the moment, unfortunately. I can't give you a tour. Nice curves, smirking. Oh, waggles eyebrows is in there. Absolutely. But yeah, I've got coal, compacted coal, fuel, diluted fuel, turbo fuel, different sort of turbo fuel diluted, I think, as well. That, if you want to know, there's a spreadsheet there with my entire playthrough. Something about my OCD gets triggered when everything is not on the platform. Oh, absolutely, Joe. So you rebuild and rebuild. Yep. This, yeah, when you build like this, there's a lot of rebuilding. But, yeah. Make sure you take full advantage of your blueprints. If you haven't unlocked blueprints yet, that'll be something you're going to look forward to, because it lets you make things consistent. This merger I'm going to put like that. You just want to hover. Kind of pain to build one without it. Yeah, I know. You are right. I do agree with you on that one. But that's all part of the progression, I suppose. You can't rush it. Probably only need that one there. Let's do a bit of trying to get that there. Where is it? It's about there. It's not my favourite, but and then I reckon we'll go to about here. And then to there. And then we just need to power it. So you improvise making high platforms, yeah. That's a great idea. Great way to work through your early pains, isn't it? Right, so that'll be, hopefully, fancy fireworks working. We'll let that spool in. I'll be back in a second. And that should be, hold on, let me just have a look. Yep. We'll just go over here a second, just check these Wonder Stars are optimal. Make sure they're running at 100%. And see where we're up to. %, beautiful. Beautiful. Perfect. How many have we got now? 112, nice. Nope. We're past 1/5 of the way for our needed 500. I'm just waiting on our bows to come through. And then we've got Sweet Fireworks, which is next, which will be tree branches and candy canes. Rightio. And then Sparkly will be last. So those, I wonder if I can fit 1, 2, 3. Do that one then. And then this one I'll put here. No, can't have that. And that one around there. Alright. That's gonna... yeah, that's alright. We will keep... I think we're gonna go... we need to carry it all off one pole, the power. That's how I want to do it. So I can just disconnect one cable and then all of our FICSMAS stuff's turned off. You know what? I probably should turn that around and have the output going here. I totally thought about that. How are these fireworks going? Oh, they're coming. 100%. Beautiful. Just what I wanted. So we'll do this again. But the other way. Better make big containers of these ones. And this one, probably here. Bring it curve. Like that. And like that. There we go. That's better. And then that's clipping. I think we're going to have to move that power pole to there. That fixes that problem. Right. That's a sweet. So it needs tree branches and candy canes. So tree branches. I need. I'm going to do 3 at 150%. So I'll put those over here. Maybe we can go. That wasn't what I wanted, but it's just because the power cut out on me. So that's actually a 1-to-1. I'm going to redo that. I'm going to put along here. It's 1, 2, 3. Is that? That's all right there. Right. Facing the wrong way. Beautiful, that's the branches. Fix this tree branch, and that's the fancy. I've done the fancies. I'm working on the suite. And then, so back to our sweet fireworks, I need the candy cane. And that is also going to be, I'm going to do 3 at 150%. Rightio. So then I might just put those pretty much all facing. So where are we? About there. Two. I don't know how close I can get that. Oh, nice. That's actually perfect. Can that go under? Oh yeah, because they're candy canes. They're going to be perfect. It's going to work beautifully there. And that'll be, I think, so that's 3 of the candy cane machines. That needs the gifts. It's going to need 4.5, so 5 trees. Let's get that. Five trees, you reckon? So I'll put one there. We need more branches. We need more branches. I'll go over and get some. Don't want to stop my fireworks production. I think I picked just the right sized area for doing FICSMAS. 150, nice. I'm pretty happy. Once I finish this, we're going to wrap it up because I need to, I've got work in the morning. I need to be rested. I have to deal with little children. They're wonderful. Most times I get small blue and small gifts. Let's make sure I've got enough. I do. Perfect. Fireworks are working nicely. Right, they're facing the right way. Let's go with one there. And we'll put a one there like that, and one there like that. That's just handy, that is. How many is that? That's 67.5, so that needs to be a Mark II. Well, it'd be more than that, but yeah, Mark II. So I've got the 5 of those. That's the candy cane. I've got the 3. So we've got that's the sparkly fireworks. And we need power. That's always important. Now maybe, depending on how that far that gets around, we'll bring the power down here. Don't want that. did I do wrong? I needed bows? Did I make a mistake? Sweet fireworks. Oh, I've got fancy here. I didn't change the recipe. Because this is fancy here, isn't it? Yeah, alright, that's where I made my mistake. Sweet. That's okay. That was an easy fix. They should all be working shortly, and then we will head back to base. And we'll see how many coupons we've made today. And we'll wrap it up for this stream. And we'll find someone to raid. Look at those sweet fireworks. Perfect. I love it when a plan comes together. Here they come. Oh, they're all going to hit each other and explode in the merger. No? No, that's just me then. How many snowballs have I got? 500 in the Dimensional Depot already. So how many is in the container so far? Nice. And we'll have to do all the decorations in the next episode as well. That's alright, that. Alright, well they're running properly. Oh, it came through there. Alright, so they're all working. Alright, let's head back to base. I need to switch over to that. Oh, we've only got sparkly fireworks to go in the next episode, and then we will need to wait for the Wonder Stars to finish. And that will be the FICSMAS completed. We'll complete that in the that last bit of tree research in the man. Great. Let's see if we can get a train on the way back. You didn't see me. Is the sulfur train there? Don't know. I'm going to have a peek in the battery factory and see where the battery rate's up to. See if it's, make sure it's running at 100%. And that'll give me an idea of how many batteries are being used by all the trucks. Totawara, hello, welcome. Long time, what's up? You know, just me on the power line. Not much, just working on finishing off FICSMAS so I can get back into my factory building. I was a bit lazy, I didn't play Satisfactory over much in December. I was doing a few other things, so I want to get it finished before we're wrapped up. What about yourself? Fire those hatches. That's right, I was going to pop into my battery factory here and have a look. Where's Randy? He's asleep on the couch. I've moved. I don't have my setup anymore where I have a green screen for Randy, unfortunately. 89%. So what's the hold up? The casing's never coming through at the right rate. We need to chase that down. I'm not going to do that now, but it's supposed to be getting 180, but it's only getting about, what, 160? 180? It's a Mark 3. So what's that? 180, 60, 120, 180. That's all belted correctly. I'm not going to worry about that right now. How many batches per minute is being made? That's my question. 160. Roughly. And we're making... So we're sinking about 152. So we're using about 40 per minute for trucks. Roughly. It's not bad. Alright, we're going to go and check out how many coupons we've made, and then we're going to wrap up this episode. We've got probably one episode left of our FICSMAS. That looks so cool with the 3 trucks coming through together. Seven coupons, nice. That's very nice. Make a note of that. 7. Well, everybody, that was a great episode. We finished the Wonder Star. That's all running now. By the end of the episode, we had about, I think, 150 already in our container. We need 500. So in total, I think it was going to take about 2.5 hours to make the 500 we need. So by the end of the next episode, we should have it, I think. Then we moved on to the fireworks and the snowballs, and we finished those. We've got the last fireworks left to automate, and then that will be the whole FICSMAS automated. And once we get that 500 Wonder Stars, we'll have that last research branch in the MAM done. And then we'll be back to our normal factory shenanigans, continuing on. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, and night. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.